I think you're pointing to something that, at least for me, a lot of confrontation, disagreeable individuals, they don't exist so much in real life as much as they do online nowadays. Especially, you create things on the internet, you're putting your thoughts and ideas out there. What is the appropriate sort of Stoic, maybe the Marcus Aurelius way of dealing with trolls? Because I've been posting some videos and I've been seeing some comments and I'm just like, are you just looking to be difficult? Like, it's interesting. What's the purpose of this? What's the right Stoic perspective on this stuff, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I always look at it as, is it worth my time and energy? And I just don't have time and energy to put into that. And so I have people occasionally who post things on my stuff, and that they're upset or they're mad about things, especially if it has anything that they consider even slightly political and disagrees with their political opinion. And I mean, in my personal life, I am very political. I keep up with what's going on in the world. I'm very fair-minded about it, and I think that's very important for Stoics. I don't bring a lot of politics into my podcast simply because I'm trying to make sure that it's open to everyone and everybody, and I'm just talking about these things. That may change in the future as we see what's happening in the United States and how it's just getting... I think that a lot of the things that are going on are very unethical, to put it mildly, and in some cases very immoral and obviously illegal. And so I think that there's a lot of things happening. And it's not that I don't want to speak up, it's just what I'm trying to do is influence the individual. But usually it's because somebody has a particular political opinion about something or a particular person. Like I was on a discussion a while back with someone and mentioned how I thought that Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson were not doing good for, young men especially, with a lot of the ideas and the influences they had. I think Jordan Peterson started off well and had some good ideas, but I think he's fallen into some weird things. Like, he was talking about how, basically his ideas about gender, all being based very much on the Bible and using the Bible as first principles, which I just thought was kind of silly personally. I mean, I think the Bible can teach some things, but I don't think you can use it as, because the Bible said this, we must do this. It's like, no, use the Bible as a guide of how maybe you should do things. Like what Jesus said, he gave you some pretty good ideas and they're pretty valuable. And I think that's why Stoicism appeals to me far more than religion ever did, was that it doesn't prescribe what you have to do. It prescribes, here are principles that you should hold in order to view the world in a more correct way so that you can make better judgments. Whereas I think religions tell you, these are the judgments you have to make. You have to hate these people, you have to follow these steps in order to get to God. And Stoicism is like, we don't care, we don't have rules, we just have principles. And that for me was, I think, something that was very appealing. But it's harder. It's harder because you have to apply more judgment. You have to think about things more. You have to take that time to go, is this wise? Is this courageous? Is this, am I practicing justice? Am I treating people fairly? What does that mean to treat people fairly? And am I being disciplined in my life? That takes time and effort, and a lot of people don't want that. They want something that just prescribes, do this, you're done.